Coach, this past week it just seemed like solid first half, just kind of maybe tailing off there in the second half. Was that perhaps fatigue based or just something they did defensively this week? Just a couple second half struggles.
I thought the Duluth game we played 3 out of 4 good quarters, and then the fourth quarter we didn't make good shot selections and rushed a lot of shots and missed a couple easy shots and went 1 of 15 from the field. It's the difference in the ball game. Our defense could have been a lot better that game, and we talked about that a lot on Saturday, and thought we made a lot of strides in the right direction for Saturday's game. And then Saturday we missed 4 layups in the first half and 4 layups to start the second half. We get easy shots, we've got to convert those. So I just really feel like we're kind of our own worst enemy right now. We've got to have kids that can focus and make the plays when we need them to make them, and we're just not getting that done.
Savannah, how's the confidence of the team right now?
After Friday, it was kind of low, but when we proved on Saturday that we could do what coach was asking and play the defense, it brought it back up, and we can see that we can compete with any team. We do just need to finish the little things and do the little things, and we'll be right there on top with everyone else. So.
What's this weekend going down to Wayne and Augustana? Can you talk about both opponents and what kind of matchups you expect?
A lot of zone. Wayne's always run their 2-3 matchup zone, and they're always pretty big in the middle. So, we've seen it enough now that we kind of know you got to run a couple cutters through the same area and can cause some confusion and somehow get our kids to buy into not just settling for the outside shot, because that's what they're going to give you. We've got to get it inside, and we've also got to penetrate the zone on some reversals. And then do our job. It's really hard, as we know, to box out of a zone. So attacking the boards is important. I thought we made progress on that this weekend. We had people hit the boards pretty hard. And then Augie likes to kind of play like we do. They run a 2-1-2 press back to a 1-2-2 zone, sometimes to a 2-3 zone. Sometimes they'll run a little bit of our press with a 1-2-2 and face guard, and they'll fall back into man or fall back into zone. And so it's really just kind of like seeing ourselves a little bit, with the exception of they average about 29 three-point attempts per game. So instead of being as post-oriented like Wayne, they're a lot more perimeter-oriented. So a little contrast of styles as far as offensively, but defensively a lot of zone in the half court.
Coach, this past week you got some good bench contributions. Carey's always been kind of consistently off the bench, but you also got good bench contributions from Carr and Hunter. What did you see out of them? What pleased you about their play this past week?
Well, I think that I thought that our 3 freshmen, Carrie and Maddie and Shyla, are all giving us good minutes and playing hard. And it seems like Carrie and Maddie can always come up with 1 or 2 steals off the press that lead to something good for us. And Shyla's starting to get in the mix a little bit, and I think we're going to see a little bit more out of her. And then Morgan just executed really well with Savannah when we saw a really high 2-1-2 zone against St. Cloud, and went to our 1-4 high, and she scored both times. Savannah found her diving to the basket and gave us some good minutes and executed some things well. So we've got to have our bench play well, but right now we really honestly have some upperclassmen that need to step up their game and start playing like they're capable, because it's really been a struggle for us here the last couple weeks. It's just we've got to have our veteran kids play like veterans.
You just named those 3 freshmen. Have they been pleasant surprises, especially on going on the road and having such success this past week?
Yeah, what's really nice about them is they just don't know better. They just come out and they play hard, and they just love to play the game, and they go out and suit up every night and don't really care where we are, whether we're home or away, and just give it their all. And some nights they're really good, and sometimes they're okay, and not very often are they not very good. So it's been very enjoyable to watch them. And now if we could just be consistent with all of our upperclassmen, we could really put together a good string of games here.
Savannah, kind of same question there. How pleased have you been with those 3 freshmen in their play this season and this past week?
I'm really proud of them. Like, I play with them a lot in practice. We'll kind of mix up the teams, and I honestly love playing with them. Like, they literally work their butts off every day. They don't care what's going on. They know that they're going to get their minutes, and they need to do what they need to do in those minutes. So it's really nice to have that, like, not really competing with, like, an attitude issue. You just know they're going to go out there and do what they know what to do and what they're told to do. So it's really fun to play with them.
Now, Savannah or Coach, either one, does this team feel like you're so close? I mean, week in, week out, it just seems like you're knocking on the door and just need to take that next step to turn things around a little bit. Either one of you want to want to say something?
Well, yeah, we do. We do have those minutes where we aren't doing anything. Like Coach said, that fourth quarter, we play 3 out of 4 really good quarters, and then that fourth quarter, we don't show up. So we really need to work on being consistent for 40 minutes and showing up for 40. And I know at times, like, we're not going to score, but we need to get a defensive stop and then score instead of, oh, they score, we try to score, and then we don't score, and then we get scored on. So then that's what kind of gets us in our little rut, and then we never come out of it. So we just need to be positive and know that our time will come. Every team does have their runs.